Before we dive into today's topic, let's just quickly explain what Warcraft Reborn is. In short, it's Ascension's take on Classic Plus or Classic Plus Plus or Retail Minus. It really depends on whom you're asking. It's a reimagined version of Vanilla WoW built on the idea of what if Blizzard kept evolving Classic instead of freezing it in time. It's still the same Azeroth you remember, but rebuilt with modern systems. Wrath of the Lich King era talent trees, hundreds of new quests and custom zones, optional world scaling, and even high-risk PvP, where you can earn bonus XP but risk losing loot. Think of it like Classic, but with 10 years of lessons learned and no fear of experimentation. Literally no fear at all. It's ambitious, it's weird, and it's got people talking. And that brings us to the real question: who is Ascension's Warcraft Reborn actually for? Because if you've been around World of Warcraft's private scene for a while, you've probably seen dozens of Classic Plus servers come and go, each one promising to be the next big thing. But after spending my first full day on Malfurion, the second realm to launch alongside Bronzebeard, I started to realize something. Warcraft Reborn isn't trying to be the pure Classic experience, not even close. It's built for the modern player, aiming to be the better version, faster, smoother, and shaped around modern design. And that means it's going to click for some players and push others away completely. I rolled a Dwarf Shaman, something you couldn't do in original Classic. Right from character creation, you can tell Ascension's philosophy: freedom first. Almost every race class combo is open, and while it looks a bit chaotic, it instantly sparks creativity and freedom. The launch performance was flawless. No lag, no rubber banding, no frame drops, just hundreds of players charging through their starting zones. It's rare to see a private realm this stable on day one. What surprised me most though was how fresh the early zones feel. Many of the starting areas now have new subzones, expanded camps, extra quest lines, and new visual touches that make them feel alive again. It's not just filler, it feels thoughtful and polished, like the devs actually wanted every early level to matter. But what really stood out wasn't just the polish, it was the pacing. Enemies give more experience, quests chain naturally, and combat feels snappier than I expected. It's still Classic leveling, but tightened up, refined, and with just enough danger to keep you on your toes. If you're someone who loves the slow, deliberate journey of vanilla, this might feel a bit too streamlined and quick. But if you ever wish Classic flowed just a little faster, without killing the nostalgia, this hits that perfect middle ground. Dun Morogh still feels like home, snowy, quiet, and beautiful. But something's different. The world feels alive again. Mobs can block, crit, and react more intelligently. You notice small tweaks everywhere, quest hubs more connected, and treasure chests hidden off the beaten path. The biggest surprise though is how many people are out there. Even on Malfurion, every camp and cave was buzzing with players. That shared chaos, fighting for mobs, teaming up for elites, laughing in /say. It's the energy Classic used to have, and Ascension somehow brought it back. So if you crave that massively multiplayer feeling that modern WoW lost, this world nails it. But it also changes enough that it might feel too busy for purists. There are scaling systems, dungeon finders, faster drops, things that smooth the rough edges. If you're nostalgic for the raw friction of 2004 Azeroth, you might find it a bit too polished. Warcraft Reborn is built on the idea that Classic can evolve. You've got high risk mode, which lets you toggle world PvP for bonus XP and loot. It's thrilling, like playing hardcore, but with a twist of danger and greed. There's level scaling that keeps older zones relevant, Wrath-era talent trees that make every level more rewarding, and quality of life systems like faster professions and bigger bags early on. Now, all of that means this version of Classic is faster, smoother, and more accessible than ever. If you love experimentation, trying weird builds, crafting focused runs, PvP farming with risk on, you'll thrive here. But it also means this isn't the same survival grind you remember. If you're the kind of player who loved having to buy every spell rank or walking to Scarlet Monastery from South Shore, Ascension removes a lot of that friction. This isn't for purists, it's for players who want to keep moving, who like the idea of Classic but wanted to respect their time. So who is this version of World of Warcraft really made for? It's for the classic enjoyer who wants something fresh, the player who still loves the world, the sound of leveling, the weight of a quest reward, but also wants a reason to log in every day and feel like they're progressing. It's for people who like tinkering with builds, trying new roles and not being boxed in by meta specs. It's for those who enjoyed hardcore mode's danger but also want options, PvP, dungeons, exploration and crafting. And most importantly, it's for people who've grown up with World of Warcraft and want a version that feels alive again. Warcraft Reborn feels like a living experiment, not a museum piece. Every class, system and mechanic has been touched with intent. So if you're burnt out on Blizzard's official classic cycles, where every phase just resets the same content, Warcraft Reborn gives you something evolving. You're not repeating the past here, you're seeing what could have been. Before we move on, if you're enjoying this breakdown so far, make sure to hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out, and I'd greatly appreciate it. But let's be honest, this is not for everyone. Let's address the biggest elephant in the room, the topic that probably overshadows everything else about Warcraft Reborn. The one thing that might decide whether you'll even try it, the shop. Ascension has a fully fledged store, and it's loaded with convenience items. We're talking bags, a loot bot that automatically picks up items for you, portable class and profession trainers, consumables that speed up crafting, and a dozen other small boosts that, while not direct pay to win, absolutely smooth out the grind. For some, that's a red flag right away, and honestly, I get it. A big part of Classic's identity was earning every upgrade yourself, the slow climb that made progress feel meaningful. So when you see all these instant conveniences available with a few clicks, it can break the immersion a bit. But here's the nuance. None of this is mandatory. You can ignore the shop completely and still experience every part of the game. It just makes things slower, more traditional. The real question is what kind of player you are. Do you want the gritty classic journey, or do you want to cut out the tedium and get to the fun parts faster? And that same design philosophy shows up everywhere, not just in the shop. Because the moment you start playing, you'll notice something else. The game absolutely showers you with loot. Weapons, armor, greens, blues. It's constant. At first, it feels exciting, like classic Christmas. But after a while, you realize something's missing. Loot just doesn't carry the same weight it did in 2019 Classic. Sometimes I'd get a new weapon, and before I even had time to admire it, another upgrade dropped from the next two mobs. It's to the point where I don't even check every piece anymore, I just know I'll replace it soon. And because of that, inventory management becomes a real struggle. You'll be constantly swapping, vendoring, or deleting items to make room. It's not that the loot is bad, it's that there's too much of it. That's the trade-off with Ascension's faster, more generous design. You're always progressing, always getting stronger, but the sense of achievement fades a little. In Classic, every green drop could be a memory. Here, it's just another number in your loot feed. For some players, that's refreshing, constant dopamine, no downtime. For others, it feels a bit soulless. A world where upgrades come easy and nothing feels earned. If you're a Classic purist, someone who values authenticity above all else, the smallest change here might drive you mad. There's scaling, there's a dungeon finder, there are new class enchants, similar to Season of Discovery's rune system, new zones, even new mechanics in old dungeons and raids. It's no longer the Classic you know, and that's exactly the point. Reborn is about reimagining, not preserving, and if that sentence makes you uneasy, this probably isn't your world. After a full day as a dwarf shaman on Malfurion, I came away with one clear impression. It's fast, it's fun, it's different, and it's absolutely worth trying if you're open to change. But if you're looking for a frozen snapshot of 2004, this isn't it. So who is Warcraft Reborn for? It's for the dreamers, the players who still believe Azeroth can evolve. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you made it till the end, please like the video and subscribe to the channel, it helps me out massively. Until the next one, take care.